we could talk about the anime. Like that's part of the reason why I brought this up as a topic. I think, like I said in the group chat, I liked everything else. I pretty much liked everything. The characters, the writing, the world, except for the ending. I thought the ending was a little contrived. To be honest, and spoiler alert to anybody who hasn't watched it yet, who's listening to the podcast, I don't even mind that most of the cast dies at the end. I don't even mind that David died. It was just how he went out. I'm like, fam, come on.
I'm special.
I get you. When you mention it like that, go ahead and share your view, the reason why you had a problem with it. I think people need to.
Well, no, I think it goes with what Tim says. It's like, I'm special. Like he has this over inflated sense of self-importance of like, I'm the exception to these rules and therefore I can do these things. However, I think
Maine had the same problem.
Right, Maine had the same problem. I think the death of Maine should have in some way clicked the light switch of like, no one is exempt from this. Right? Maybe he still ends up going down this road slowly but surely where he's not realizing. But it kind of seems like the death of Maine, because again, it's like a short time skip afterwards of like, it seems like Maine's death caused you to double down on getting more parts. So I'm like, rather than using him as a cautionary tale, you're like, well, I'm special. It only happened to him because he's not special. It doesn't matter what I do to my body. So by the time you get to the end, it's like, bro, David don't even have a lower half anymore. Like, his eye gets punched out and there's nothing there. I'm just like, what? Like, it just kind of felt like, I get it. I understand that, like, he wasn't supposed to survive. It just felt like the growth of his character kind of came to a complete halt. And he's just like, I'm just a piece of the cog. I'm here for the cause. I have no greater, like,
I mean,
ambition.
I feel like, but the thing is, that's the sick part, right? The more and more he took, he became that though. The more and more he released of himself.
Mm-hmm.
He only had the girl, the memories of the girl, and when they went against Militech, good golly, man.
Mm-hmm.
Right. That was I think that was probably what they were aiming for. Maybe I'm stretching. Because it kind of goes hand in hand. The more of the parts that he got rid of, the less human he became.
Yeah.
The more and more he became he said, yo, I'm just a part of the cog, man. I'm just looking out for number one, you know?
Yeah.
And then the cyber psychosis probably helped him in a way, stayed connected.
Yeah, but I just felt like, again, given the death of Maine, like that's the thing for me where I'm like, I'm not following your thought process here. It's like,
this should have changed your life.
Should have like, I'm going to pivot here. So I'm
going to church.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Right. You survive one last shootout. You're like, you know what? The streets are not for me.
I think the reason why he kept going was the death of his mother, where he felt so helpless.
That's another thing.
He felt so helpless, and then the way the bully treated him afterwards. Mm-hmm. It was the simple fact that this bully probably just uploaded a file in his head about fighting styles and, yes, embarrassed me at school. So it's just that trauma. And remember, he was still a kid. Mm-hmm. Still a kid. So kid logic. I don't want to become this helpless ever again. So yeah, like, you know, when he was like, oh, what jobs you got for me? I'm here for it all. It's because, like, think about it, man. This dude literally just dropped out of school.
Mm-hmm.
Dropped out of school, become some street level mercenary. It's just like, and this is what you do. It's like, one time your spine is gone, the next thing you know, your lungs are gone. And I was like, oh, no. And then you could tell after, when he was training with her, he just did more and more. Because it's like, how can I keep up if I don't do this? Because to be honest, you can't.
Yeah, you got addicted. You got addicted for sure.
Because when you really looked at that whole crew, it's like
none of them were.
Like, the girl whole mouthpiece is gone.
Mm-hmm.
The girl and her brother is like all their
arms
hands,
all just
all of that is
triple
gone.
jointed. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's like, to be honest, the most level human was Falco.
Yeah,
the driver.
Mm-hmm.
Always, right?
Even he had a replacement arm.
He had a replacement arm.
Yeah, and that was it. And that looked like that was it. And then, of course, Maine had, you know, all this stuff. His girl was heavily altered too, but it was just a simple fact. And
to
then,
the point she don't need to wear pants.
Yeah, and then Lucy, of course, you know, she had the whole Neo Matrix thing.
Oh, okay, Lucy, the other girl. Yeah. Okay.
it's just like, yeah, it's like there's no way this kid who just got one spinal implant is just gonna keep up, even though what he already has
Was
is
the cheat code to
milligrade.
the max.
Even though that was already military grade technology, it's the simple fact is what they keep saying is when you take away one thing, you gotta get two more to compensate. Because yes, you're running at super fast speed, but bro, your lungs can't keep up with that because
It
you're
was
human.
killing you.
Mm-hmm.
And oh yeah, but then if you keep running at this speed, your rib cage is gonna go out. Oh,
Right.
get rid of those. It's like, bro,
You need knees that can
Yeah.
support that running. Might as well get some.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah. So
it's like yeah,
No, but
it's like
that's the
it's like
reaction
the
they
moment.
want, man.
And it was also it's like an addiction. It's like the moment that you start, there's no turning back.
Yeah, I think at one point one of the characters call him like a chrome junkie. Like he's addicted to the never ending aspect of self improvement. So like I said again, I follow it. Like I think the deeper message was there. I got it. I was just
hold
like,
up, Tim. You forgot one thing too. Not to cut you off. Adam Smasher. Look at him. Look at the unit he became.
yeah,
That's the final product.
yes,
That's
The
what you
final
become.
product. Rudimentary. Oh, my heart dropped
When
when
David
I
started
saw
moving,
how
he started moving too.
when
I
I
was
saw
like,
how
yeah.
Rebecca died. Yeah, when I saw what happened to Rebecca, I was like, oh my soul left my body. I said, wait, just like that? And
Yeah,
No,
because to be honest, bro, the probably the only thing left of him is probably his brain.
yeah. Everything else was enhanced. So like again, I'd still. It's not one of those things where like it's not one of those things where like the ending was so bad that I'm like, no, the whole anime was pointless. I think it was really good.
Man, when
Yeah.
you put it that way, I see why you're angry.
Yeah,
I didn't like it either.
Yeah,
Because I was just like, man, this is depressing.
Yeah, it just felt like he gave up. Of like, I understand. Again, I'm cool with dark endings. I'm cool with like, hey, there's situations where this person just couldn't succeed.
He gave up. He gave
He
up.
gave up.
He did give up.
He gave up. He resigned himself to his fate. His whole thing was like, as long as my girl's good, I don't care what happens to me. I'm just like,
But to be honest, you saw signs of that whenever she went downstairs. The way he was looking at the TV, that numbness. Like, yes, he's just living for her.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan.
I know.
I'm not a fan. Not a fan.
Once I saw his neck, man, I said, yeah, that's a guy who does not care.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that. Again, like I said, I feel like I've seen similar stories with a better goal in mind of the character, even if the character ended up failing. I mean, if you really want to look at it, like you look at Eren from Attack on Titan. Like he has a similar thing of like, I'm a victim of circumstance. Why was I born into having less than and being told that I was never going to be able to do more? But even in Eren resigning himself to his fate, he resigned to himself with his fate with force. Like, okay, you can take it, but I'm going to go down swinging. And the world is going to feel it. Versus David was kind of like, I'm going to keep doing this till I can't anymore. I'm special.
Man, that chapter was crazy. On the second kid, when he saw the dog, the man, mommy. It's just the rumbling. I was like, yo. Oh my goodness.
The two brothers?
The two brothers, and he had the little hat with the little tassel. Oh my gosh. I like, yo, get homie. And it's just, bro, there was like that. It cast an eclipse, and that's his foot. Just, oof, yeah, that's it, y'all boys.
You run till there's nowhere to run to. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think again, I still think it's good. I think that it's good that CJ Project Red is delving into these things. I'm glad that they're expanding their reach. It does make me think that we're probably. It almost makes me think like we should be getting Cyberpunk 2077 Part 2 before The Witcher 4, I would think, given all this cross promotion. But who knows, right? Because like watching the anime made me like, I kind of want to play the game now. Having heard
that's what made people
S-Rank
play the game.
Yeah. Having heard you talk about S-Rank, I'm like, I'm not. It does make me
no,
a little more interested.
No. You could play it now, but before, listen, y'all fellas, listen to me.
PS5 version.
Yeah, yo, listen.